Welcome, everyone, to day 122 of 200 Days of Code. And we're gonna look at all the new stuff in Leon's blog. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Leon Andersen, how are you doing?
Hello world, doing great. Fresh out of the gym, day 22 of 100 days of gym, of infinite days of gym. And I would say, let's just, I'll just give a quick tour and let's not look into code yet because it's not fully painted, the picture yet, or at least the this fix basically, and the MDX stuff is not fully done yet. Definitely big progress today, but I am not sure if this is the final structure how I'm going to do it. So let's just give a little tour of the steps in between and more in the coming days. Maybe tomorrow the full picture. So what we can see here is, I don't know, I think yesterday we didn't do any screen sharing. What we can see here is that it looks the same as usual, but it's a bit laggy, my mouse has some Bluetooth connection issues. Okay, now it's back again. We have the blog posts in the MDX the content aligning with the main styling basically, which I implemented in a MDX layout for those MDX pages specifically. I couldn't use the main on the on the IDs page, on the Slack page, in the because that would be also unnecessary to go through that path. So that's the difference which you can see behind the scene, because behind the scenes, I mean, I can pull it up real quick what that looks like. Why not? Who cares?
I'm gonna make some music in the meantime.
No, it's up there already. So we have the in the components folder, we also have the MDX layout. That's where it's saved, and that's basically the same as a main. I'm wondering why it's not called main here.
It should be.
Because I changed it. That's weird. Or maybe it's in the MDX components thingy. No, it's not here. I didn't work in this one today. Let's just make it full screen. Yeah, for some weird reason, which doesn't really matter because I'm going to change it again, is that this is basically a main. This is doing the role of the main.
One tip is you can also put the subscribe form here into the MDX layout, because then you don't need to include it on every component, on every post.
That's a great point for sure. Yeah, definitely going to do that. And yeah, we had one issue today. Usually in the with these blog posts, what one can do is to put the metadata into basically in between two line breaks, and this usually does not render this, but for some reason pops up with my mouse. If we go onto that page, except for this weird gigantic H1, we see that this is rendered, and yeah, LF helped me to circumvent that, basically by exporting it as a meta for metadata object, basically. So this way it definitely does not get included in the render from here. I mean, what we can try, not sure if it's probably not going to work, but if I leave this out, maybe this confuses it. I just implement this already. Maybe that makes a difference.
You'll need to import that form in the layout.
Yes. Don't steal those 2 seconds of realizing it for myself. Please leave me 2 seconds more next time. Import subscribe form. Where is it? Okay, I have to type it out. Here we are. Where are we? We are in components, so I can use the same folder. This one, and now it should work. Here we are. And no, it doesn't work. It's still rendering that shit, that metadata, that front meta. But that was worth a try. Maybe sometimes that stuff gets confused. I already also tried putting it before, behind, in between, anything. So yeah, that has some weird behavior, and I'm going to find out tomorrow, because I definitely want to see if the tutorial that I found that was very close to what I'm doing, the only one that I found that is using the pages directory and also using the MDX pages directly as pages and not parsing them through an ID post. I'm going to go I really want to know it. I mean, we'll see if I'm going to do that. The next step is to do the basically the coding stuff, the code styling in the MDX, and if that works and if the components work without the other stuff, then without going through the tutorial once again, I'm probably not going to do that, but yeah, we will see. Anyways, yeah, and what you can see already as well, now it's covering it, but is this sign up form, new version, basically. If you remember a few days ago, I had it darker, I had this red, and I had hover effect of violet and orange here, and now I found the right amount. I'm pretty happy with this, like over 9,000% happy with this. I'm going to demonstrate the responsiveness on a different page. What the? Okay, that makes sense. Let's delete this one. And this one. Was it that page or was it the other one? No, it was the other one. So let's do all of that stuff directly.
You also had a div tag too much on that page. Yeah.
That's a thing that ChatGPT, where was it? Gave me as an idea to. Here we are. Basically, see, ChatGPT said this will definitely make the front matter not be rendered. Sure. Yeah. It's always still thinking quite a lot what what commands are the best to get what I want to do in with Vim motions. So now, yeah, we can see this wonderful sleek design here. Pretty damn happy with it. The only thing that I'm a bit sad about is that there's not really a solution to make this subscribe exactly aligned with this one, because if I'm having a container, I need padding to the edge of the container, otherwise it would look weird. But the container also needs to be. It would be weird if the container would be wider than the max width main body basically, and so this way the subscribe, you have like 3 different subscribe sizes here, but I think it's fine, or subscribe positions. I think it's fine. I mean, also the same is true for this email thing here. The placeholder text, it has padding of 1 to the left, or 2 maybe. So this way, this text is not aligned with this, but I think it still looks it's not nobody will notice that, and it still looks pretty great, pretty fucking amazing, to be honest, in my view, my humble opinion. And here is the responsiveness after my custom breaking point. This drops down. What the heck is going on with my mouse? There's something in between the Bluetooth signal. So after this breaking point, the subscribe button goes down and the email field takes in the full width, and now everything goes like this, and damn, does this look dope. I'm pretty effing happy with this. Yeah, proud win of the day. Also, look at that imprint. I mean, it's okay. I've got to fix this one as well. But this now has text justify and has padding and is aligning to the max width. So this finally looks like something, not like the weird wall of text that was there before. It's still a wall of text. Markdown in specific styling will be there tomorrow. So let's get rid of this one real quick as well. What is called imprint. Kick it out. So yes, here we are, full of scars, taking shots for who we are, up all night until the end of time.
Love how you prompt people on the imprint page to subscribe.
Yeah, you know, if someone tries to sue me for a pointless reason, trying to see if there are any how's it called, loopholes or whatever, and then they will find out, damn, this guy is waterproof, And then they're impressed by the imprint, impressed with imprint, and then they're like, okay, we need to subscribe. So yeah, I mean, it also looks better, right? Looks who doesn't want to see this beautiful color schema here? Damn. Yeah, like three times subscribe in the same view. That's how I go. That's how I roll.
Do you set a
That's it for today with my tour, I guess. I can definitely demonstrate my new redirection. So if I go to what the fuck / we can see, first of all, that we're going to be redirected in a moment. You can also click here, but I didn't click. I got redirected on my own. In the tutorial that I went with, they did just 3 seconds, but I did 69,000 milliseconds. No, 6,900 milliseconds. So you have the chance of bathing in this beautiful retro color schema and enjoy the view for a little longer than the usual error page. Yes, that's it for today.
I think maybe you can also show how the meta is handled now.
Okay, sure. Why not? Why not just show it today? The thing why I didn't really want to show it yet is because I might follow the other tutorial again tomorrow and see if he found a way to get that meta stuff done in a more native or more closer to the way that is that I originally took from the Next.js original tutorial. But why not have a look at it today anyway? Then we can see the different versions.
Well, if you want, I didn't want to pressure you into anything.
At all. I mean, I definitely took some time as well after you helped me to understand a bit more what this Webpack stuff is doing. So as I already showed you, we don't have it here on the imprint, but we have it on, for example, this example post. We, instead of writing the metadata inside of 2 line breaks, the 3 dashes in Markdown, we put them inside of a, let's make it a bit bigger, inside of an object and export the object. So basically, oh yeah, yeah, no, that's a point that I will bring up later. And this way, this doesn't get rendered by the MDX page itself because it's an export. And then this basically gets imported here. Wait, do I import it actually? No, I don't even import it. Well, Webpack is a way to dynamically import, basically. It's a, I don't know, I have actually I'm not sure what a compiler is, but I think Webpack is some kind of a compiler or something like that. And it runs it's often used with Next.js. It's not inherent to Next.js, but it's a thing on its own, but it's built into Next.js. I don't know if you can use Next.js without it. So this basically grabs, Webpack basically grabs stuff that is Webpack can import dynamically from folders. I think there are more use cases to this than that, but this is one thing that it can do. It can dynamically import multiple files and changing files from a folder that you give it, and you basically have to import it via require.context. The .context is inherent to Webpack. I already tried to call Webpack, like all the different Webpacks here, I called them Peter, and it still worked. So this can change. That's not not an issue. That's not hard coded, but you have to use context. This is basically a dot context. This is basically needed for accessing Webpack. And so basically we save the results here in the Webpack context constant. We get it. The first parameter is the source, where we get it from, the path basically. This one is a Boolean that sets if you want to also include the subdirectories or not. In this case, we don't want that. I mean, it wouldn't make a difference. And this is the, I forgot the name, something expression, no.
Regular expression.
Regular expression, exactly. And I let GetGPT explain it to me as well. So the slashes around this are basically like the mark the beginning and end of the expression. The slash before here, I forgot what it does. The MDX says that we can use that it's looking for MD and X as well, but that not necessarily. It's like the question marks behind the X, as far as Gerd said, GetGPT was saying that it can include X, but it doesn't have to. And the $sign is marking that this is that this has to be at the end of the file. So basically the file the file type, basically the file format.
Nice.
And what was the dot about again? I don't know.
So the dot is the file ending, right? Because the file is .mdx, like .js or something like that. And the slash before that actually escapes the dot, because dot usually in regular expressions has already a functionality. And by putting that slash in front of the dot, you're saying, hey, don't do what you normally do in regular expressions. Instead, just count as a character like the M and the D.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, I remember. I was just confused because this didn't have the same color as the MDX in here. So I thought, like, did it have a different use case? But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so this is now also demystified. Was I right about the X? Is this for MD or?
Yes, exactly. So that is exactly what you said. So that way you can parse MDX files and regular Markdown files.
Awesome. So I mean, I could leave out the question mark because I'm not going to use regular Markdown because it won't work. But anyways, I'll just leave it in there. So this step is basically the import step, which like logically one could think of starts at the beginning of the document, but imports are always static. So it's not the same, but in my mind, the whole function starts here. Like this is the meat, and then this basically gets used inside of this import all posts function. I renamed it all posts because basically it's each individual file from the post folder is a post. So I this imports all post paths as keys, puts them into an array, and then maps over it. Not sure exactly if this is the mapping over the array already. I think this. Wait, I think this is mapping over the folder and then puts everything as keys into an empty array. Something like that. And then basically here, we execute that function with this import. This imported could also be called imported posts. All meta are all the metadata. This is a different array than this one. We basically started here as an empty array, and then we push the results basically of this for loop, which is grabbing the meta export of each, or the meta property is probably the right word for it, of each of those post files, and then it's putting them into this array, probably as objects, and then this whole thing gets run through a sorting function. Then this gets returned into our index page, I guess. Wait, yeah, into our index page, where we get the feed metadata array from here. And this gets turned into this beautiful homepage feed. Not 100% sure about the gray hover effect though. But yeah, that's how we did it today. And I want to show real quick to see if I can withstand the pressure of live performing it. The Vim shortcut that I found for changing all the web contexts here, as far as I know, into Peter. So basically, I have to go to the next Webpack context with asterisk, go back to the previous one with hashtag. Then I have to type cgn, which basically replaces or lets me replace it with Peter, which I can right now. Then I escape it, and then I can press the dot as often as I want, and then I replace each following one, which is pretty hacky. I don't know if there are better ways, because you might not want to replace all of the same. I mean, in this case, yes, and you can see it still works. But yeah, that's, yeah, I made it. I got that performance done. Just switching it, changing it back, and then make it a bit more clear what this is about. And there we are. Flo Scars taking shots for who we are. Anyways, that's a little earworm I have of a legendary musician. Yeah, there is one thing. The doing it this way, we are not fetching like we did before in posts data. This was our old function. We just gave it a 2, which is a nice trick that I learned today. I mean, I I mean, I knew the logic, but I never needed to use that to just give it like another version number, so it can just coexist as an earlier version, basically in the same file. What we did here is that we got the ID from the file name, and we don't have any of that stuff. I mean, is it possible to build this into this function?
It should be, but you probably need to understand even better how this Webpack stuff works. But I'm pretty sure somewhere in there will not only be the metadata, but also the file path. And then you can do the same replace that you're doing here to just get the ID. So it's up to you if you want to figure that out, or if you want to do the solution that I think you were about to show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm. Let's show the solution first, and then figure it out, because I have a trail ahead where I want to go. So the solution is to just write the ID into the metadata directly, and then this gets used by the index page here, gets used as a prop, and this sets the link as well, and also the key to make it unique. So in this case, I have to manually, if I change the file name, I have to change the ID as well manually. But let's check. And also, I might need to comment this one out. I mean, later. Let's check first by logging out, I would say, Webpack context to see what this actually. I mean, did we log out Webpack context today as well already?
Yeah, and it's a weird structure with like getters and stuff, so I don't think we can simply just solve this here on streaming. That's a little ambitious.
Okay. I thought I could just log it out, and what like, maybe you can give me just a rough direction. What are getters?
So you can just Google for getters versus setters to understand the general concept. It's pretty straightforward. It's a pretty obvious naming, but just to get the gist of the general idea behind getters and setters. And then after that, I would Google getters in the context of Webpack. And then you can tell me what you've learned, because I wouldn't even know how they work in that context.
Okay, getter and setter from the Beretta. The money getter, putting all the holes in your sweater. Well, let's see if I'm up for that stuff. I'll just I'll write it down in my notes. Let's see. Why didn't I just use the key binding here? Go to the bottom. Google getter and setter. Yeah, that's it for today, I guess. But first, let's look at this beautiful sign up form before. All right, that's it.
Great. Just let the applause linger for a bit. That's enough. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been day 122. Yeah, just thank you for watching. If you're watching the recording, join us live. It's always fun. If you have questions, just leave them in the comments. We gladly answer your personal questions here live on stream for you too, if we can, if we have the knowledge, like Ty Lopez would say. And knowledge is power. It's the power to talk to machines, to create a better life for you and the people around you, because that's what you deserve. And that's the gift that you can share with other people. That being said, this has been day 122 of 200 days of code, at least together.
Me, Leon Andersen, and you, my mentor.
LF Mill from 10x Dev. Stay quacking, everyone.
And always be subscribing. Until tomorrow.